welcome, Varsha. Welcome to
Good
this class. I hope I
afternoon.
can call you. Is it all right if I call you Varsha?
Yeah, all right.
Great, great. We'll get started then. Good afternoon. We are meeting for the first time, so I'll go for a little introduction. My name is Vipul. I have been a communication skills coach for more than 6 years now. I have been a writer for newspapers as well, and I hail from Uttarakhand. Actually, I have some cold and cough today, so I may go on and off with my video just for today because I'm sneezing a lot. So please don't mind.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
that's the only thing. And that should have not been a part of my introduction, but it's all right. You can go ahead with your introduction now.
Okay, I am Varsha. I am connecting from Gwalior. Basically, I am born and brought up in Maharashtra, in Nasik. I blessed with two kids. Here I am reside with my younger one daughter and with my husband.
Okay.
And basically, I am a teacher by profession.
Teacher by profession. For how long have you been teaching, Varsha?
I have been teaching for 3, 4 years.
Okay. And what were you doing before that? Were you a homemaker before that?
Before that, I was doing a master's in English literature in B.Ed also. And before that, I was a homemaker for 16, 17 years.
16, 17 years you were a homemaker. That's a lot of duty, by the way, a lot of work. Just
Yeah,
like soldiers are never off duty, homemakers are never off duty, not even at night. Yeah.
yeah.
So compare your life. Being a teacher have the responsibilities increased, or do you feel it was more of responsibility when you were just a homemaker? Tell me.
When I was just a homemaker, that time that motherhood taught me many things.
Okay.
Because as a mother, every woman has the first experience when she be a mother, and that experience helped me a lot while teaching to small kids. But of course,
Okay.
now responsibility, keeping work-life balance and taking care of the small kids, it is a little bit difficult, but I find it more challenging.
Okay. Is there any specific topic that you want to discuss, or should we continue with this conversation? Is it all right if we go ahead with this, or do you have any specific topic to discuss?
No, I don't have any specific topic, but if you will simplify any grammar, then I will be happy.
All right, no problem. If you will simplify, let's start with this.
Yes,
Do you know English language is such a language which has so many rules and the same number of exceptions as well. For every
yes.
rule, there is an exception. For example, if I
Hmm.
say the army
Hmm.
is catching the terrorists,
The army is catching the
terrorists. I've typed
terrorists.
it in the chat. Can you see it?
Yes,
Can you see the
yes,
sentence?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I can see.
Tell me, is it correct or incorrect?
The army is catching the terrorists. I don't find any mistake here.
Mistakes. Because it is completely correct. There's no harm with this
Uh,
sentence.
yes, yes.
Now imagine if I say the police, okay, the police.
Hmm.
Now in place of terrorists, let's keep it thieves
Hmm.
because they
Thieves.
usually don't have to catch terrorists.
Hmm.
Now tell me, is this
The
sentence correct or
police,
incorrect?
the police is catching the thieves. This one also seems correct.
Correct, isn't it? But the problem
Yeah,
with English language is that the second sentence is incorrect.
that the
Sad reality.
second one.
It is
Okay.
incorrect. In place of is, the right answer will be the
Are
police are. Exactly. But
police,
why?
police is plural.
I don't know why, but yes, it is considered plural. Okay. So
Okay.
there are multiple explanations regarding this. I have
Okay.
not found many correct explanations for the same, so I would say this is an exception. The
Okay.
police
Okay.
are catching the thieves. Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
Police is considered as a plural subject here.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the reason there are many exceptions. And now I'll come to the main point. You said if you will simplify, then it will be helpful. If you will simplify, it will be helpful. So in 99.99% of the cases, when you use words like if, when, or whenever,
Hmm.
you can't use will, shall, or would.
Okay.
If, when, or whenever will not use will, shall, would. If I eat an ice cream, I
I will get sick.
I'll get sick.
Hmm.
All right. But I can't say if I will eat an ice cream. In the second part, I can definitely say
Oh,
I will get sick. In the
it
first
means
part,
it is completely wrong sentence if plus will
it
or
is
shall.
considered wrong. Absolutely. It
Okay.
is wrong.
Okay.
Okay. So you should
Okay.
say if I eat an ice cream.
Mhm.
अगर
Because
मैं
this is
आइसक्रीम
what I
खाती हूँ अगर
usually
मैं
do.
आइसक्रीम खाती हूँ तो मैं बीमार पड़ जाऊंगी. Okay.
Yes.
या
Yes.
बीमार पड़ जाऊंगा. So like that. I
Mhm.
will get. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to keep this in mind that if you
Yes.
will is wrong. Now, what we'll do in this session is we'll go ahead with this conversation. If I find a couple of more areas of improvement, then I'll correct those grammar points for you.
Okay.
Is it all
Okay.
right? Because that will
Yes.
increase your confidence while speaking.
Yes.
Let's go for that, Varsha.
Yes.
Okay. So, in all these 4 years of teaching, what have you found as the biggest challenge as a teacher? I'm sure you have not just become a teacher in the last 4 years because you have kids. You must have taught them also when they were growing up.
Yes.
Now they
Yes.
may
Yes.
be grown up and now they don't need your guidance completely, but still,
Yes.
you are always there for that. So tell
Yes.
me, as a teacher, how much have students changed over a period of time? Please compare.
Over a period of time, when I was parents of small kids. I used to say to my kids that whatever your teacher is telling you, follow all the instruction. But nowadays, the problem is that every parents wants to teacher pay personal attention to their kids, and it is not completely possible because we have so many students in the same classroom, and
Mhm.
each child is different from each other. So it is very difficult to keep them on same page,
On the same page.
same page. So
Hmm.
this kind of challenges I have seen in my teaching career of 3 4 years.
Oh.
And one of the most difficult tasks, parents are expecting too much from their child. They wanted to participate in each and every activity. It is not possible for all the children. Their expectation from their kids are a lot.
Hmm.
Every parents come to PTM when they interact with me, and they always ask me, "Ma'am, give him any task, give him a chance to speak in front of in the assembly. Whatever, they just want to do a good speaker, a good dancer, good singer, and in everything." But the problem is that nobody is focusing on how they will behave. They should be a good human being when they grew up, and they don't focus on that. Before going to be a good speaker, they should be a good listener.
Yes. That is the
Yes, this is
prerequisite.
the mindset. This is the mindset the parents have. That should be changed. And
Definitely.
I find it difficult to tackle sometimes. But
Mhm.
as a teacher, we have to say yes, yes to many things.
Yes. You have to nod your head in a yes every time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I want you to have a look at the chat box. I
yeah,
have a sentence for you.
yeah.
Before getting into this sentence of one of the most difficult, get
Mhm.
to every parents. Do you know this word
Mhm.
every? It
Every
is
parents.
sorry.
Uh, what you are going to tell about every
I'm
parents?
just telling you.
Hmm.
Whenever you say every, with that you
Mhm.
will always use a singular word.
Singular word. Yes,
Every parent.
parents.
Every parent. You can't say
Mhm.
parents. That's wrong.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
every, don't we say in English, don't we say in school days, every
Yes.
child is special. Har bacha
Yes.
special hai. So every
Yeah.
child is special.
Yeah.
Every drop of water is or are valuable.
Yes.
Is valuable, right?
Is
Every drop of water is valuable because with every you will always use a singular word.
singular word.
Likewise with
And
each also you will use a singular word. Each
yes.
child is important, each child is special. So
Yes.
each and every are synonyms like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So every drop of water is valuable.
And
Is
here
valuable.
also one of the most difficulties
Yes.
task. What?
Come to the second sentence that I've typed. One of the most difficult tasks is that parents want too much attention on their kids. What is wrong with this sentence according to you? Something is wrong.
Difficulties?
Uh, that's all
No.
right. But tell
Yes.
me, in this sentence where task is also written, is there something wrong with this sentence?
That parents want to me,
Wants me to.
huh,
Parents
wants
want me
me to pay
too
personal
much
attention on their
attention.
kids.
All right, let's ignore the second part. Let's look at the first part only. One of the
Okay.
most difficult tasks is that here there
Hmm.
is a mistake because the
Yes.
rest of the sentence is already correct. You may enhance it, but
Yes.
the first part is incorrect. What is wrong with the first part? Tell me.
One of the most difficult thing. A plural of task.
Yes. So, should we say one of the most difficult tasks?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Now, tell
Yes.
me one thing. Is there anything incorrect in this sentence?
One
I
of
may.
my sisters
Yes.
live in
P in
Paris.
Paris will be capital. Okay, please ignore that.
Oh, okay. Okay. One of my sister live in Paris.
Is it correct or incorrect?
I don't find mistake here because sisters plural is
Yeah.
correct and live is
Yes.
live in
Okay, tell me
Paris.
one thing. When I say one of the most difficult tasks, am I
Yes.
talking about one task or I'm talking about many tasks?
Uh, special one task only.
One task, right?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
when I am saying one of my sisters, am I talking about all my sisters or am I saying out of all my sisters, I'm talking about one sister?
Out of all sister, you are talking about one sister.
One sister. So in a way, when you look at this sentence, one of my sisters, we are
Hmm.
talking, our subject is singular or plural, tell me.
Here, subject is a singular, so we
Singular.
should put S
Exactly.
in.
Yes, never go with rules in the literal manner. Now,
Hmm.
literally, yes, sisters is there, so live is all right, but this is wrong
All right.
because your subject is one. One is singular. That's why one of my sisters lives
Yeah.
in Paris. Lives in Paris.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
this
Yes.
becomes quite unnatural to place lives right next to sisters, but it is not incorrect. It is completely correct to do that. It may
This
look.
sentence is correct.
This is correct. One of my sisters lives in Paris.
Lives in Paris.
Lives in
Okay.
Paris. Okay. One of my uncle is Mr. Ashok. Correct this sentence.
One of my uncle is Mr. Ashok. Again, one of my uncles
Hmm. And then is or are
is is.
is. All right. Now you have got the concept. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me one more thing. If I say either your
Hmm.
dresses or my coat is or are always lying on the floor.
Either your dresses or my coat is always lying on the floor.
Typical fight between husband and wife, right?
Okay.
This sentence.
Either your dresses or my coat are always lying on the floor.
Why are? Why not is?
Because the first subject is plural.
All right. That I can see first subject is plural. But will we consider the first subject or will we consider the second subject?
I think first subject should
Okay.
be
All right. Let me
considered.
teach you a little rule here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, in English language, we'll start with a really interesting part. When two singular subjects or
Mm-hmm.
two subjects when are joined with and,
Mm-hmm.
you will always use a plural verb with them. It means are will be used and is will never be used. So if you say
Oh, okay,
George,
okay.
if you say George and Tamara,
Hmm.
one moment, okay, doesn't read books. Do you feel this is correct or incorrect?
George and Tamara uh, doesn't read book.
Books.
Mm, no, don't
Don't
should
read
come.
books. Very good.
Don't.
George and Tamara don't read
Hmm.
books is correct. I'm not writing
Yes.
the correct sentence, you know it. Okay. George and Tamara
Okay.
don't read books. These are
Okay.
two subjects, George and
Yeah.
Tamara, and they're joined with and. That's why we
Yes.
are using don't.
Yes.
If
Yes.
I say Rajma and Chawal, my
Hmm.
god, these are my favorite by the way.
Yeah.
Is or are my favorite.
Is my favorite
But these are two subjects joined with and. Why are we using is?
because the dish is the one. Rajma
Exactly.
chawal. That is
They are
chawal.
not eaten separately. Okay.
They are not equal
You can
separately.
say this job is my bread and butter. अब bread and
Yes.
butter दिखने में plural है, but they are eaten together. Nobody eats butter different like separately,
Yes. Yes.
right? We eat it with
Yes.
bread. Now people में से मैं तो खाता हूँ, कुछ लोग आएंगे ऐसे भी
Hmm.
जो बोलेंगे मैं तो भाई
Hmm.
बटर ऐसे ही खा जाता हूँ, तो आप खा लीजिए,
Hmm.
no problem. I can't
Hmm.
stop you from doing that. But it's
Yeah.
insensible.
Yeah.
Usually these are eaten together. So
Yeah.
with the same rule, when I say two subjects when joined with and, will use a
Hmm.
plural verb, but there is
Hmm.
an exception in this. But if two singular subjects which are joined with and give idea of one thing, अगर ये idea display करते हैं one का,
One kind. Yes.
in that case we will use a singular verb only. अब राजमा
Singular.
एंड चावल एक ही डिश है, that's why is my favorite dish. This
Yeah.
job is my bread and butter. आर नहीं बोल रहे, because bread and
Hmm.
butter एक एक आइडिया दे रहा है. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'll ask you one more question. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Concentrate. The magician and poet perform या performs. One moment. Okay. Performs on Saturdays. If there is any typo, please ignore it.
Yeah. Okay. The magician and poet performs on Saturday.
Performs.
Yes.
Why? Why not perform?
No.
You tell me. I don't know.
Yeah. The subject we will treat consider here plural. So we should use perform.
Perform. In the first sentence, right? The magician and poet perform
Yes.
on Saturdays. How about the
Yes.
second sentence? Do you see any similarity or any difference between these two sentences?
The magician and the poet perform on Saturday. Here you have add the poet.
Yes. Does it create any difference? कुछ फर्क है?
Mm, it means the poet we knew already.
Hmm. ठीक है. I'll tell you a little concept here. See,
Okay. Okay.
in the first one, your answer primarily was correct, but then you changed it. So the
Yes.
magician and poet, ये एक ही
Mm.
इंसान है. There's one person.
Oh,
Yes. There can be one person who is a magician and also a poet. But how will we know? कैसे पता लगेगा? By the placement of the.
the.
Because the is just placed before magician. It means this
Mm.
entire word magician and poet is one human being. Okay, it is one human
Okay.
being. The magician and poet performs on Saturdays because he is
Yes.
one being.
Yes.
Now, just imagine the value of the in English language. कितना ज़्यादा फर्क पैदा कर सकता है, right? So the magician
Hmm.
and the poet, these are two people, perform on Saturdays. In the second case, you'll say perform. In the first case, you'll say performs. Did you
Perform.
get it? So two
Yeah.
similar subjects joined with and give one
Yeah.
idea, then it will be performs. And when they
This
give
is
two
the
subjects,
first time I have heard this type of sentence.
great. Because you have mistakes in S or ES. That's why I'm bringing these things up. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, coming to the primary question, either your dresses or my coat. Coming to this
Hmm.
question, do you
Hmm.
know your sentence was incorrect here because whenever two
Hmm.
subjects are joined with either or,
Hmm.
neither
The
nor.
word is singular.
No,
No?
or just or. When two subjects, please listen to this carefully. Either
Yeah.
or, neither nor, or just or. For example, if I
Hmm.
say either your dresses or my coat,
Hmm.
or I say neither my dresses nor your coat,
Not your
or if I
good.
just say your dresses or my coat,
Yeah.
in these cases, we will always consider the second subject as the main subject. Second subject or the subject which is closest to the verb of the sentence. Here the verb is or are. Verb is or are. So the
Hmm.
closest subject to the verb is quote. Is quote
Quote.
singular or plural?
Singular. Singular.
Singular. So with quote, what will you use? Is.
Is.
That is why is correct. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then if I say the dog or the cats break या breaks the glass.
The dog or the cat
Cats
break the glass.
break the glass because this time we are looking at the second subject and the second subject
Second
is
subject. Hmm.
very well. Just one more thing and then we'll end this session. And then you can
Hmm.
obviously ask your questions.
Hmm.
The movie, including all the previews, take or takes 2 hours to watch.
The
The movie,
movie, including
including
all the previews, take takes 2 hours to watch the movie, including all the previews. Take
take.
hmm,
Okay. Because,
all the previews. It should be considered as a group.
no, tell me, the
Huh?
movie, including all the previews, there are two
Hmm.
subjects that you can see. एक तो movie है
Oh,
और एक
oh,
previews
oh.
है, right?
Hmm.
So main subject कौन सा है? Which one are we considering at this moment? Are we considering movie as the main subject or previews? Tricky.
Movie
Movie, okay. If we take movie as our primary subject, then will you use take or takes?
takes.
Takes, but previews to plural है, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
That is what is tricky, right? Like we
Yes.
saw with either or, neither nor, or just or, we consider the
Hmm.
second subject or the closest subject to the verb as our main
Hmm.
subject.
Hmm.
When two subjects in English language are joined with anything but and के अलावा किसी भी और चीज से दो subjects को जब join करते हैं, then we only
Hmm.
look at the first subject. Forget everything. भूल
Oh.
जाइए. Be blind when it comes to the second subject in that case.
Yes.
Because it is being joined with including. This is not and.
Mhm.
Including का मतलब and
Yeah.
नहीं होता है. As well as का मतलब and नहीं होता है. So even if you say the movie as well as the previews, take
Hmm.
गलत, takes
Hmm.
2 hours to watch because movie is
Hmm.
singular and that is the primary subject.
Hmm.
The man with all the birds lives down the lane. I'm sorry, I mistyped live. So tell me, the man with all the birds live or lives down the lane?
Uh, Actually, I can't see the sentence.
Oh, can you not? Okay, you can listen to this.
Yeah, okay. Hmm?
Man,
Hmm.
with all the birds
Hmm.
live or lives down the lane.
Lives. Lives.
Lives. because
Hmm.
man is the main subject.
Man
Now
is the main
imagine
subject.
if I say the players along with their captain, the players along with their captain want or wants to win.
Want. Uh,
Say it.
the, want.
Want without S. Very well.
Without you.
Now
Hmm.
you have got the concept, and I'm really satisfied. Okay. Any questions that you have before we end this session?
No, I understand, but it is kind of tricky question.
A little bit tricky. But you can read a few more examples, and that will be
Hmm.
it. Okay.
Hmm.
I hope you
Yes.
liked this session. Did you enjoy this?
Yes, I have enjoyed it.
All right. I
Uh,
enjoyed it equally. Thank you for joining here. That is the end of our session, and I'm looking forward to meeting you again. The next time when we meet, I'm going to give you a lot more tricky questions. Okay. Be ready for that. All right. Thank you for meeting me here, Varsha. It was lovely speaking with you. Take care. All the
okay.
best.
Good day and get well soon.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.